Hello guys, it's the GIngernator. This will be the prologue to the story in this game. Now, I want to be able to do the missions that will involve the clone troopers first, but this will be the prologue to give you the backstory of what this game is going to be about.
First things first, you need to get out of sight. Grab some cover near that low wall.
Copy that. Moving up.
Alright guys, this is the beginner tutorial for XCOM 2, and it's important to play through this little bit here because it gives story insight that you wouldn't otherwise get. It's done in a good way for gameplay and for experienced players, but not a very good way for Let's Plays, per se, at least for the one I'm trying to go for. So this one is just describing the different units and the actions you have per turn, and it's kind of showing that I've used one action here and I have another one available.
It's better than nothing, but see if you can't find a safer position further out.
Looks like full cover ahead. Moving out.
So I've been playing quite a bit of XCOM, both on my own and for recording purposes. And admittedly, I actually just recorded a good bit of gameplay, and I did not have my microphone set correctly. It was actually set to my headset instead of my desktop microphone.
Stay out of sight until we're ready to strike.
Copy that.
Keep to the shadows until you're absolutely set. We'll only get one shot at this.
In the shadows.
So this is the concealment mechanic. This is very important in XCOM 2. Most missions you'll start off concealed like this right now, and it's a very important thing that you start off as sneaky little spiders, and actually is not letting me go to the area. I'm forced to go to this area here, so I can't like go anywhere over here. I'm just tapping wildly right now. So you're excuse me. So something that you're able to do here is set up ambushes, which are very important in XCOM. You can set up basically lines of sight kill boxes and go ahead and set up an ambush in the situation here to take out multiple enemies at once while remaining concealed. And obviously once the gunfire starts, you'll no longer be concealed, but you can get a numbers advantage. So you can take on a group of 6 enemies and take out 2 instantly, and then you will have a better chance to survive.
You and me both. We're not out of the woods yet. We need to take out those remaining soldiers.
I've got the drop on them. Permission to engage.
Do it.
Permission to engage. So this is something, whenever your icons right here for these enemies are yellow, that will mean you have a pretty high chance to get a flanking crit multiplier. So right now I have a 68% chance to hit them, and I also have a pretty high chance to get a critical hit on it. So it's pretty good for that. Now I actually can't control my other character here, so I'll just go ahead and fire off a shot. So fairly high chance to hit, and we did end up hitting our target. Took out one of the enemies there. Now, if I were playing it, I would have put the other character on Overwatch, but this is just a tutorial, so they're taking it low and slow and just kind of giving us the whole rundown of everything. So when one of our allies loses their concealment, the entire squad loses the concealment. Anytime a soldier attacks an enemy, breaks windows or kicking open doors, so let's say you're running really fast and you break open a door, everyone's going to hear it. Or a soldier is flanked and then the enemy sees them, or steps on the detection tiles right there. So this girl here, even though she didn't shoot, she did just lose her concealment. And it looks like she's going to be moving up here, just behind this police car, and probably taking off a few shots at this guy. So enter the tactical UI. I think that's enter. Yes. You get a nice little view of this person here. Now this is a fairly important thing right here. There are aim, let's say buffs and nerfs. Maybe that's not the right word for it, but this right here is a negative 20% multiplier to our hit percentage chance, because this character here, that XCOM soldier, sorry, Advent soldier, is in low cover. It becomes very important later on in the game when you're dealing with high cover, when you're trying to do other things in the missions and whatnot, and if you're outclassed, you want the highest chance to hit your enemies, obviously. And you can use that to your advantage as well by going into high cover and have the enemies miss you, similar to right there. Oh my god, that body though.
No, Crasher 2 is down. She's gone.
Damn it! You can't take risks like that. Watch your flanks.
So that's how you want to play it. Okay.
So that was a good example of the flanking mechanic in XCOM 2. Enemies will and can come up to you like that and get a good line of sight, have a better chance to hit, and also there's a crit multiplier that they'll get if they'll flank. Like right here, I don't have a crit multiplier against this guy, so 0% crit chance, and there's also the low cover chance there. But against this person, I've got a good angle on them, and actually doesn't show it here, but I do get a bonus for that. Let's say if I were like over here or something, they would be completely exposed and I would have a good angle on them. And also have this flanking target crit marker there.
Let's see how you like this. They're closing in on me. Hostiles coming in.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
Central, reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
What the hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Looks like that transmission went through. You have an Advent transport closing on your position.
You heard her. Cover the left side.
Alright, so that was something that was revealed to us now, that these troopers are not actually human, indicated by the little orange blood, which is a little freaky, to be perfectly honest. These guys are human alien hybrids.
Fire on anything that moves.
We're going to go ahead and put him in Overwatch. Overwatch is an invaluable tool in XCOM 2. It allows you to be able to basically use your line of sight and fire upon any enemy that comes within it. More or less just kind of a protection for other units, but you can also use it to set up ambushes. You can use it to put enemies in a box where they can't move or they'll, get shot down. And additionally, you can use it to help kind of like progressively move the squad up and kind of keep them protected as long as they are moving.
Salvageable gear. We need anything we can get at this point. Better move fast, though. I've heard rumors Advent rigs their stuff to self-destruct.
Alright, so you can pick up gear like this right here. For example, I just picked up a scope, and you can equip your weapons with different mods later on in the game. I'm going to go hide behind this little hospital bed right here. I guess it's like a gene therapy bed, so like a futuristic salon, I guess. Alright, so Advent dropped in some more troopers. In addition, they dropped in an officer, which are upgraded. They have...
Reinforcements just hit the ground.
Oop.
They're getting nervous. Now I know we're in the right place.
The Advent officers can move farther, they do more damage, and as well as that, they also are able to issue some commands, basic commands to the enemies. I guess that'll be their ally Advent soldiers. So that was the Overwatch ability there. Very, very useful. Probably my most used ability, if not more useful than just firing outright. There is a multiplier attached to it. So we're actually going to go fire here. Do we have to? Yeah, we do have to. Okay. So we'll go ahead and fire at this Advent officer. Yeah, I actually can't fire at that guy. So the Advent officer will have a little bit more HP than the regular trooper, and actually miss that shot pretty terribly. those guys will be able to... What the? Alright, let's bring Jane Kelly over here and open up this door. Alright, let's go and use our Master Hacksaw skills here. Open up this door to allow us to progress further in the mission. So, there's actually no fail effect, which is pretty cool. Which one of these would actually... Actually, this one would be pretty cool if we can get that. Let's try that. So this is a percentage chance. It was a very low possibility that we're going to hit that, but it is still possible. Alright, let's go ahead and continue here.
Good. Let's go.
Alright, let's go ahead and move forward over here and get to the objective.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to...
Alright. Fast and loud. I like it.
Let's get out of here.
Alright, well it appears we picked up Mr. Spaceman here. We can actually carry the unit, which you can use, as this is saying right here, to retrieve a fallen comrade, whether unconscious, dead, or otherwise. You can pick them up and move them around.
Fire Advent security grid just lit up. Firebrand is holding nearby for evac, but it's now or never, Central.
Understood. We're on the move.
Alright, you got this, buddy. God. That was so bad. Alright, so, Burl Peter is now dead.
Central, Crasher 1 is
That's a big thing in this game, is that death is very much so permanent. Your guys won't respawn, and that's kind of why I'm doing this as well, why this is separate from the rest of the game, because I don't want a bunch of people, these like regular civilians and stuff, be part of my death toll. I want the entire Let's Play to be based off of you guys, and to have a bunch of clone troopers, more or less. And that's something that I would want to not kind of muddy up the barracks and stuff with a bunch of dead troopers and whatnot. I would want the entire roster to be clone troopers and be hopefully consistent of you guys, the viewers of this channel.
Stay focused.
So we're moving to evac this spaceman here. We just opened up this wall here with the grenade, which is also a really cool mechanic. I think it's pretty fun. Oftentimes I don't think about it until it's a little too late. Ooh. She should not have been able to miss that shot there. Now Central's going to take a hit. Oh yeah, he did. Very close to death.
Firebrand, this is Gatecrasher. We need an immediate evac. Get us out of here.
So these are the evac zones, and this can be something that it's almost bittersweet. You can evac people either prematurely, or that's just the mechanic to get out of the mission, to complete the mission. But oftentimes whenever I do that, whenever I evac my troopers, it's DEFCON 5. Like, it's really bad. And if you have a squad of 4 people, and you had to evac 1 or even 2 like this, the rest of your squad is going to be very screwed. So we can go and evac Central here, and Mr. Spaceman.
decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago. We were still calling it a war back then. We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion. I've managed to identify the connection, preparing to make final incision.
These readings are getting really erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Doctor! No signal.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told them it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander. Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining them than me. It's damn good to have you back, Commander.
So if you're not familiar, in XCOM 1, your protagonist was the Commander, who you are playing as right now in the game of XCOM 2. You were captured by Advent / the aliens, and they were doing some things to you. Hope that was kind of a explanatory prologue there. Hopefully that would be able to help you guys out with the story, if you guys want so. So now I'm going to switch to my Let's Play, in which we'll do Operation Gatecrasher from the perspective of the clone troopers. You know, the distractions, whatnot, was going on in that battle earlier. So I'll see you guys there, and I'll see you next time. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay classy out there.